Day 2 of my week in Malta at the home of the world's oldest Manchester United supporters club. Tonight, I'll be at the supporters club filming the final episode of an upcoming 4-part series featuring the legendary fan Joe Glanville. Trust me, that's an exclusive series you won't want to miss. A personal friend of so many of our heroes since the 1950s, Joseph will be sharing some incredible stories and truly remarkable insight. If you have any interest in the history of Manchester United Football Club, this is pure gold. We'll be running the series on a weekly basis starting in February. One of my favourite stories is hearing how Joe ended up chaperoning Alex Ferguson through an ecstatic crowd of jubilant Manchester United supporters on the day we were crowned champions of England for the first time in 26 years. Now that's all still to come on this channel. Meantime, today I want to share some thoughts about what's happened at Manchester United since Sir Alex retired. Let me stress these are my personal thoughts, but it really does make an impression when you get to see firsthand and to witness the incredible dedication of our global fan base, not just here in Malta, but all around the world. Let's be honest, some of our players have been taking our loyal support for granted, not just current players. It's been a growing problem over the last decade, ever since Fergie signed off with our last Premier League title back in 2013. That's why I do feel sorry for our current manager, Erik Ten Hag. The guy may lack the charisma of some of our former managers, but he's a professional coach trying to do a professional job. And at times, it feels like he's having to be a kindergarten coach. Truth is, we've been plagued by players behaving like spoilt brats. Some of these guys are incredibly talented. Pogba, he could have been a club legend. Sancho, he lacked the mental capacity to behave like a grown-up. And don't get me started on man-child Mason Greenwood. And now we see our local hero Marcus Rashford distracted and seemingly out of love with Manchester United Football Club. It's heartbreaking to see Marcus wasting his career. As Nicky Butt said on this very channel a few weeks ago, the kid from Wythenshawe is a hugely talented player. Not currently world-class in my opinion, but he could be. On this channel, I don't often criticise our players, but over the years we've seen a massive decline in the professional standards of the players at Manchester United Football Club. It's something that Jim Ratcliffe's men at Ineos are hopefully going to tackle over the coming weeks, but certainly for the start of next season. Sometimes these hugely talented players give us hope when they do their job and win a match. Sometimes they do look good, but all too often these massively overpaid footballers let us down. When the going gets tough, it sometimes feels like too many of our super rich footballers just can't be bothered. I'm not going to call out every single player who's fallen short. We all know when we're being let down. Rather, on a more positive note, I want to say thank you to the players who do give everything for our football club. It must be so frustrating for the guys who do fight for the badge and never stop playing for Manchester United. It's those guys I want to salute for doing their best. Players like Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's career has been scarred by injury over the years, a series of bad injuries. But Luke is a model professional. Erik Ten Hag needs more players like Luke Shaw and his skipper Bruno Fernandes. Critics like to single out Bruno for his body language when things go wrong. But just like I feel sorry for Erik Ten Hag constantly having to be more like a school teacher than a tactician, I also feel the same frustration for Bruno. Make no mistake, Bruno is a top player, and he'd be a world superstar in a top team. At times, it feels like he's carrying this Manchester United team on his back. And when some of his teammates let us down, I think that eats away at our Portuguese playmaker. Bruno is a winner who desperately wants to make Manchester United great again. And when we see his animated on-field reactions, I'm sharing Bruno's frustration. Another player I feel huge sympathy for is young Rasmus Højlund. Now there's a player who's proud to wear the badge. When he celebrated his first Premier League goal a few weeks ago, that was the passion we want to see from our footballers at Manchester United. It was absolutely brilliant. Højlund clearly loves Manchester United. And he's busting a gut every time he wears the shirt. Give the kid some service and this boy will be a goal machine. Of that, I've absolutely no doubt. It's a real shame we lack the funds and the foresight to team him up with Harry Kane. Give Højlund a top striker like a Kane to share the load and to learn from, and that would be a real investment that I'm sure would reap dividends. Meantime, any success we do have this season is going to be an uphill struggle for Erik Ten Hag. With the new regime reviewing everything in the football department at Manchester United, it's clear that everybody's job is on the line. So it's not an easy situation for the manager. He knows this is a results business, and time is a luxury few managers are given in modern football. It may be great to have the keys to a Ferrari, but when you know it's prone to breaking down without any warning, it's a real challenge to reach your destination. Meantime, I'm happy with my destination here at the Corinthia Hotel St George's Bay, where the sun has rarely stopped shining ever since I arrived. I've got a few hours now before this evening's filming session with Joe Glanville to have some relaxing time, but after I finish this video, it probably will be time to go and do the Joe Glanville interview. And on Thursday night, I'll be enjoying the match day experience with our fanatical fans here in Malta when our boys take on Wolves at the Molineux. Just remember, win, lose or draw, true supporters always stand by the team. And here in Malta, they're as loyal as they come. Glory, glory, Man United.